Obtaining video games, sometimes a more exciting and memorable endeavor than the game itself. In the modern digital era, you're presented with the option of either going out to a store to buy the game you want, or, much more enticingly, stay at home in bed and order the game of your choice. For the most part, I wholeheartedly prefer going out in person to buy really anything, if not just for the adventure, but also you immediately receive the product, you can probably get it for cheaper, and overall it feels like you actually accomplished something. If I just order something online, it feels like I'm compensating some sort of sadness. That being said, it can't be overstated just how convenient online shopping is. Sometimes it even feels like a necessity. Maybe you have limited means of travel, or maybe the selection at the store nearest to you is so terrible. That's funny. Or maybe sometimes you really just don't want to get up. Therefore, buying games online is a common occurrence for sustaining this. It's not really fun or gratifying busting out the card at 2 a.m. on a school night to purchase Bejeweled 3, but hey, I've learned the do's and don'ts of it all. Now, obviously, if you're talking about online shopping, Amazon is one of the first places you're going to think of. The worldwide online retailer Goliath. Of course you can find almost anything you're looking for on here, including games. It's just really not my favorite place at all to buy games. I really only find Amazon helpful for brand new releases, because I ain't saving anything buying the game used if it just came out, and I know it'll reliably get to me within 2 weeks. I've also used the site to get cheap last generation games, and I would do that more often if they didn't send me a European copy of Doom Eternal despite it clearly showing an ESRB rating on the listing. You can find retro games for sale, but I do not trust these at all. Many sellers literally just put a PNG of the game at hand as the image and call it a day. I mean, the customer reviews for the seller and stuff will be good, and I'm sure most of these aren't in bad faith and are actually what the description says, but I want to know exactly what I'm going to have in hand, and most of them don't provide that. Buying games brand new, the PNG thing obviously doesn't matter, at least it shouldn't, because if it's not in plastic wrap and instead covered in piss when you receive it, then something else is wrong there. If I willingly click purchase on this, that's my fault if it comes in messed up. I also find the prices for retro games are normally way higher compared to a site like eBay. This place is way more my style for the older games. It's not at all impossible to get scammed on eBay. I mean, literally the first thing I ever ordered from it came in broken, and you can still easily just find PNG listings for games that you'd very much want to know the precise condition of before purchasing, but with the nature of the site being folks listing used products for sale, most sellers have multiple images of exactly what they're going to ship to you, which is lovely. I find eBay is nice for even getting the more modern stuff sometimes. I got snipper clips on it used, but it came in practically mint condition. Just because I find eBay inherently more trustworthy though, doesn't mean I'm an idiot. You still have to do your due diligence for each and everything you buy. If a listing at all looks enticing, of course I'm going to compare it to every other similarly priced listing of the same item, because more often than not, paying just a little bit more can make a difference in the quality of the item you receive. That, or it's the whole medicine placebo thing happening. You gotta check the seller's reviews and see if they're up to code. You have to inspect the images for the game's condition very precisely, especially if it's a game that can be easily reproduced like N64 and DS games. You may ask, what does it matter if the game is authentic or not? Don't you just want to play them? Surely you're not actually asking that. Also, I don't know why, but literally any game I buy off eBay, I need it to be complete in box, meaning the game comes in the case with all the manuals and inserts. It really is such a compulsive thing. I literally never look at these, and I don't know what sleep I'd be missing out on if I didn't have all the inserts and advertisements for Animal Crossing City Folk, but I am not willing to find out anytime soon. Yeah though, those two places cover literally 95% of the games I buy online. I mean, Walmart's online shop ain't bad. I got Breath of the Wild brand new on it for $43, which is really good actually. I also have one order from GameStop, that being Big Brain Academy on Switch. I only ordered it from there because it was sold out on Amazon and it took 2 months to get to me. How big is the market for this game? There are games that are primarily sold on specialty shops, typically indie games, like my physical copy of Omori, which I ordered directly from Omocat's store, or almost any limited run game. Buying from shops like that always feels so special, like you're getting the picks of the litter. I take much pride in having cared enough to get kunai physically. Then you have some places that remind you of the kids your mother told you not to be around. I had a friend once suggest Lukey Games to me, and I'm sure it's still more trustworthy than the Amazon PNG sellers. You have Target's online shop, Best Buy's, and I mean, they're there. I don't use them because I have better alternatives, but they exist. Once you've ordered the game, though, then you get to experience the worst part of purchasing really anything from the web: waiting. I swear, I'm not that impatient of a person, alright? Stuff takes time to get across 8,000 kilometers of ocean. But, like, dude, it really can be painful. Like, tell me what demanded this to take 2 months. Even pre-ordering isn't enough sometimes. It's another reason that I quite like eBay, because most sellers actually get stuff in very quickly, and it'll normally be free shipping too, which is just the cherry on top. That's basically online game shopping in a nutshell, though. It's pretty lame. Very convenient, yes, but like I said, the experience of going out and about to get games just can't be beat. I often find I have way more attachment with the games I did do that with. Definitely not always, but for the most part. But credit where it's due, if not for my spendthrift impulsive habits on these online stores, I wouldn't have LittleBigPlanet 3 twice after having already owned it twice.